Hi, I'm Nikki.
And I'm Ivan.
And together we are the Disney couple.
Ever wonder how the electrical water pageant gets started every night? Look no further than retired United States Navy Reservist veteran David Kaumeier. David has been driving a special pageant for the last 40 plus years and loves spreading the magic to the kids, parents, and even grandparents every single night. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with this nighttime feature, the electrical water pageant starts at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, then heads on over to Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, including Narcoossee's, cruises to Disney's Wilderness Lodge, then Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, motors on over to Disney's Contemporary Resort, and then finally finishes up in front of the Magic Kingdom. The float consists of a giant sea monster and other whimsical creatures, and then continues on with a salute to America, and new for the most magical celebration, Walt Disney World Resort's 50th anniversary, a special float featuring Cinderella's castle. This is all set to classical Disney music, including the official 50th anniversary song, The Magic is Calling. As always, check with your My Disney Experience app for times, as this does vary by season. As of this writing, the scheduled start time is 8:35 and lasts to 10:25. Also, since this is an outside attraction, this may be canceled due to the weather as well. Now, continuing on with our story, it takes a careful and steady hand to maneuver this pageant, which consists of over 37,000 lights, and not to mention all being done in the dark. Now, for about 16 of those 40 plus years, David dedicated time away to serve as a bosun's mate and a Navy Reserve, proudly serving his country all over the world. Thanks to his prior experience with Disney, he easily had a successful and enjoyable career in the Navy Reserve. Now he drives each and every night with that proud Navy tradition, leading the way, spreading magic throughout the Seven Seas Lagoon. As you wait patiently at one of the aforementioned hotels, at the end of a fun and long Disney day, for enchantment to start, look over at the Seven Seas Lagoon, and you just might see this amazing nighttime feature as it cruises around celebrating America and other Disney icons, including the 50th celebration. We salute David and his watercraft team for their attention to detail to ensure one of the longest running traditions at Disney still maintains a level of excellence night after night. The wait is almost over. Guardians of the Galaxy will officially blast off this Friday, May 27th. Now, for this attraction, there won't be any standing around trying to find shade in Epcot. Good luck with that, while you wait in line, roasting in the Florida heat. This ride will use a virtual queue, which means that you'll have 2 chances every day to get inside that virtual queue. First, you need to be signed into your My Disney Experience app, and then right around 7 a.m., try to get into a virtual queue for this ride. Remember one thing though, you will have to have a park reservation for Epcot that day. However, if the 7 a.m. didn't work out because you were getting ready to enjoy your Mickey waffles at Chef Mickey's, or you wanted to sleep in and get some much needed vacation sleep, you'll have another chance at 1 p.m. to join the virtual queue. But here is the kicker. You have to actually be in Epcot at 1 p.m. to try and join the virtual queue. Because remember, you can now not park hop until 2 p.m. Very important to remember that. Now, for guests staying at deluxe hotels, Swan and Dolphin, Swan Reserve, and others, those guests also get extended evening park hours on certain days. However, at this time, the next extended hours for Epcot won't be until May 30th. And at that time, you can try your virtual queue again at 6 p.m. And no, you don't have to be in Epcot at that time. You will, however, need a park reservation for Epcot or have the park hopper option added to your ticket. Lastly, you can get the Genie Plus individual attraction option, and then you will be guaranteed to ride Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Keep in mind, these prices tend to fluctuate based on season and capacity and also popularity. so you are paying a premium to ride the ride. I do say guarantee, but keep in mind, this does tend to sometimes sell out early in the day. So if you know you aren't going to get up early and try the virtual queue at 7 a.m., be sure to get your individual Lightning Lane purchased as soon as you can. And just as a reminder, you don't have to have Genie Plus to purchase the individual Lightning Lane attractions. But you are limited to 2 attractions per day with the individual Lightning Lane attraction option. So looking for comments on this. Let us know what you think of this virtual queue system and the ride itself.
The average person gets about 5,000 steps per day, but what about the average rhino? Disney is in the process of finding that out, plus more. As certain rhinos in Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park are now wearing rhino-sized activity trackers. Now vets, scientists, and others can see not only the average steps a rhino takes, but monitor all vitals from heart rate, sleeping schedule, and more. For instance, with these wearable activity trackers, which include GPS capabilities, Disney can also see where the rhinos spend most of their time and where some of the favorite parts of the park are. The aim here is to add this activity tracker data to what we already know about rhinos, and in doing so, to increase our understanding of the rhino's habitat and what effects outside factor play in their survival. This information will then be shared with animal care specialists at 74 accredited facilities across the U.S., and in doing so, help to increase the population of managed rhino crash or herds to help combat rhino poaching in the wild. So the next time you are on the Kilimanjaro safari, pay attention to the rhinos, and you just might see the activity tracker in use. And take time to reflect on the efforts and use to help not only better understand these majestic animals, but also preserve their numbers for future generations to enjoy.
Now we're going to venture to another world altogether, the world of Pandora, located in Disney's Animal Kingdom. Getting to Pandora is easy. Just go to Discovery Island and then make a left, past the Nomad Lounge, and you'll be greeted by a gigantic flower called the Flasca reclinata. Can't miss it, this thing is huge. This nice thing about this, and many things about Pandora, is that it interacts with your touch. So if one person touches this plant, you'll see some mist come out of the top and bottom, it'll make some noise. But if many people touch it, then the effect is amplified. Next time you're there, check it out. Continuing down the trail as you take your next right, you'll see the floating mountains of Pandora. Quite a sight to see. Usually this is where you'll also see the PhotoPass photographer as well. Now in the center of the map is a fun little area with water all around you. And you'll hear all kinds of nature sounds as well, and you can beat on some drums cleverly disguised as parts of trees. Kids love this place and so do adults. Continuing around to your right will be Satu'li Canteen. Since Pandora is so tied to nature, the menu will reflect that here as well, where you can get everything to the normal protein in beef, chicken, and fish, to even tofu. This is also home to the cheeseburger steam pods. Basically, it's a cheeseburger inside of a bow bun. I haven't tried it yet, but I do hear good things about this particular item on the menu. Also, pretty much every food allergy is accounted for here. Shellfish, trees, nuts. There appears to be something here for everyone. So keep in mind when your party starts to get a little hangry walking around Pandora. Next up is Pongo Pongo. And here they have 2 menus, one for breakfast and one for lunch and dinner. At breakfast, they serve a breakfast sandwich and French toast sticks. For lunch and dinner, they have the standard ever-popular Disney pretzel with cheese. And right now, the pineapple cream cheese spring roll, which may change from time to time. Pongo Pongo is also well known for drinks, and some alcoholic beverages as well. Now right next to Pongo Pongo is Wind Traders, where you can get your own pet banshee and other items inspired by the movie. And not to mention a break from the heat outside. Continuing down even further now, you should be right on top of, or in this case, right under the floating mountains. What a sight to see. Even all these years later, to see what James Cameron and the Walt Disney Imagineering has done is still awe-inspiring. Continuing around is a second photo pass spot. And again, those of you who are on the fence about getting the Memory Maker, it's definitely worth the extra money, as it includes every photo taken on rides, all photo pass locations outside, and Disney even throws in some extra stock photos as well for you to keep. Now it really gets exciting, as the first ride up is a Flight of Passage, taken right from the movie. You'll go into the lab to see various creatures of Pandora, and even see an avatar just like in the movie. Eventually you'll get to where you can get on your own actual Banshee and experience what Walt Disney Magic is all about. Although this ride can sometimes soar in popularity, much like the ride itself, with long wait times, sometimes in the evening the time will drop off. Also, if you're staying on property, remember, you do have the option to get in the park 30 minutes early. Just make sure you have the park reservation first and then head straight to this ride. So now the last ride coming up is the Navi River Journey. This is a fun ride indeed. Just sit back and enjoy your boat ride as you see all the nature and creatures in Pandora. And you'll notice all the bioluminescent plants as well, all throughout the ride. Just fascinating. This ride can also get some big wait times, but not as much as the Flight of Passage. A great ride to get some shade and cool off. The one thing you'll notice in Pandora is a theme of nature and how everything connects with us, just like in the movie. It's important to take the time and just notice all the little details spread all about. Again, most of the big things in the land of Pandora do interact with our touch, so this is a great land to just come and explore. You'll never know what you might stumble upon. And if you think this land is impressive in the daytime, come back at night and you can see everything glow and light up. It is quite an amazing sight to see.
You are about to travel to Animal Kingdom Park for an unforgettable day, enjoying the sights and sounds of Pandora. But wait, you are not going to wear that, are you? Fear not, Shop Disney now has you covered. Originally only available and exclusive to Walt Disney World Resort, now merchandise inspired by Pandora, the world of Avatar, is now available on Shop Disney. First up, this bomber jacket will have you flying banshees with style as you swerve, dive, and climb while showing off this artfully decorated jacket. This jacket will definitely be turning heads as you get ready for another fantastical flight. After that ride on Avatar Flight of Passage, and to tie your little ones over until they can get the cheeseburger pod over at Satuli, you need a place for your snacks and essentials. Look no further than the Pandora backpack. This colorful backpack is built with plenty of compartments for all the sunscreen, water, and snacks you will need, and also features a top carry handle, and is also the perfect size for your baby Navi, and a blanket which of course you can find right at Walt Disney World Resort. Tired of always losing Dad in a crowd? Now Dad can look stylish and be easily found in the busiest crowds with this Pandora tee. This green tie-dyed tee features artwork from Pandora, highlighting various creatures and other lush greenery from the movie. No more missed calls trying to find Dad who forgot his phone was on vibrate instead of ring. With this shirt, he can easily be found eyeing up snacks. Finally, two last items to close out our special look at the Art of Pandora collection. First up, this lightweight water-resistant jacket, again featuring artwork beautifully inspired from Avatar on the front and back, and also a matching Loungefly mini backpack that also lights up to enhance the already amazing scene from Avatar. These two items will look perfect as you duck into the Navi River journey to take a much-needed break from the Florida heat, and then bask in the glow of the rainforest as you search for the shaman of songs. So before you prepare your next adventure in Pandora, go ahead and gear up with this merchandise from Shop Disney, and then get ready to explore Pandora, the world of Avatar in style.
Back in 2009, this film smashed all box office records, single-handedly launched 3D films into the mainstream, and just took people's breath away with its stunning visuals. Of course, I'm talking about Avatar. Now, 13 years later, Avatar: The Way of Water is set to be released in theaters this December, continuing the story of Jake Sully and the Na'vi of Pandora. We have the official trailer linked down below, and can't wait to see what James Cameron and company do with this movie. What are your thoughts? Please comment below and let us know. For 2 nights this month, something amazing happened in the Magic Kingdom. And no, we're not talking about enchantment either. Here is your inside look at the Walt Disney World Service celebrations. These cast members have a lot to celebrate, with milestones ranging from 10 years all the way up to 50 years of service with Walt Disney. Everything starts off with the rolling out of the red carpet, and then it's time to get your grub on, as buffet tables are scattered all across the lands full of all-you-can-eat deliciousness. DJs and bands fill the night air with sounds from Disney's past, and specialty drinks are offered up as well. The evening ended with a special presentation of Enchantment, also featuring a surprise of theme songs, including Wishes and Happily Ever After. Service celebrations are a way to say thanks, and most important is an event by cast members for cast members, and just a fun evening of appreciation for all the magic makers out there. Hats off, or should we say ears off, to all the cast members who continually go above and beyond every day to make our visit as magically as possible. Thank all of you out there for making that happen.
Come and get it! Remember, reservations for Hoop-Dee-Doo Review begin this Tuesday, May 26th, for show dates starting June 23rd. Come and join the Pioneer players for a rousing good time as you'll spend 2 hours munching on some great comfort food, bottomless sangrias, and the ever-popular strawberry shortcake. Seating chart and prices have been announced, and they range from $66 to $74. And we'll have that linked down below as well. So what are you waiting for? Get your spurs shined up, do-si-do, and face the sides, and head on down and enjoy this Disney classic as it makes its triumphant return.
Thanks for watching today's episode.
And remember to like, subscribe, and click the bell for future notifications.
Have a magical day.